Okay. Hello everyone, we are Group Dialect. Today we are going to present our project, Learning Yunnan Dialect with Dialect. Our project focuses on how to preserve and spread local culture and dialect through children's picture book. In recent years, Yunnan's rich ethnic culture and dialect are being gradually marginalized, especially in the process of urbanization, and the younger generation's connection with traditional culture is becoming increasingly weak. Talcat is a traditional handcrafted pottery figure of Yunnan with symbol of guardianship and wealth. By humanizing it, we can lead children into Yunnan's sceneries, festivals, food, and language so that they can naturally encounter and identify with the local culture in a fun and engaging way. We hope this story can foster cultural curiosity and pride while supporting language learning in a natural story-based format. Okay.
This is the credible part. C stands for contextually relevant. To ensure that the project is contextually relevant, we have created projects related to the community when designing the project. The Yunnan Dialect project is rooted in the local culture of Yunnan and has designed to alleviate the problem of the gradual decline of Dialect in modern times and its difficulty in continuing to be passed down. Our project takes the traditional cultural heritage of Dialect in Yunnan communities as a core and combines the Yunnan dialect for textual presentation, making the project highly for textual relevant to the local community. R stands for response to practical needs. Based on the actual situation of the communities in Yunnan, we have designed a clear project theme and detailed project content. Our project aims to enhance primary school students' understanding and knowledge of the Dialect and the Yunnan dialect. E stands for engaging stakeholders. To implement our project while respecting the residents' culture, beliefs, and other aspects of the local community, we engage stakeholders including local residents of Yunnan. B stands for drawing on understanding of local knowledge and practices. Based on the principle of the credible approach, we emphasized the knowledge and cultural significance of the local community during the design and implementation of the project. I stands for informed by diverse approaches and experiences. We adopt a diversified approach to design and implement the project. We chose modern visual communication methods to create picture books as project materials. With the help of our teacher, we also exchanged experiences with students from different places who had carried out similar projects and absorbed a lot of insights and experiences. B stands for benefits local communities. To ensure that our project is truly beneficial to the local community, from identifying problems, generating ideas, determining things to designing, and perfecting project details and implementing project content, we have always centered around the core of our project. L stands for leading the field discipline and contributes to the larger global theories. Our project innovates the method of cultural dissemination and education that combines elements of Eastern and Western cultures by integrating traditional art with modern children's book, picture book, and through the interaction of dialects and coloring. E stands for ethical. Our project is based on respect for Yunnan culture. The content creation is led by team members from Yunnan, avoiding the risk of cultural appropriation. In addition, our project is designed with positive content in line with children's psychology and is implemented through interaction between real people and communities. It is a responsible and respectful cultural practice that conforms to social ethics and morality. The name of our picture book is Talcat Dream Adventure. And this is our picture book. It is a story created with the Yunnan Dialect as the main character with the text plot at the bottom of each page, supplemented by pinyin labeling in Yunnan dialect. At the last page, there are blank Dialects in different poses for children to coloring. The next.
Now let's look at literature analysis. At first, children's literature scholar Lawrence Sipe in 2008 pointed out that pictures books are a multimodal form of reading, where children make meaning through images, text, and physical engagement such as pointing, storytelling, and coloring. So in our picture book design, we incorporated coloring pages of Thai-cat inspired by this multimodal reading concept. Children are not only learn about Thai-cat and Yunnan dialect through reading, but also deepen their understanding through hands-on participation. Next, the cultural scholar Laura Jane Smith in 2006 proposed that heritage is not a static object, but a process continually reproduced through practices of identity and engagement between people. So this theory supports our approach of transforming Thai-cat from a traditional folk craft into a relatable character in a children's picture book. Finally, Fisher and Williams in 2018 emphasized the positive relationship between early childhood language development and exposure to multiple languages and dialects. We argue that children learn language more effectively through authentic, story-based contexts rather than rote memorization. So this insight directly informed our approach to integrating Yunnan dialect into the picture book. Next, let's look at the positive discourse. We found a successful project that is similar to ours, and we learned a lot from it. The name of the project is Chaoshan Dialect Nursery Rhyme Picture Book. This picture book is based on traditional Chaoshan dialect nursery rhymes through vivid illustrations. It's a part of the Chaoshan cultural curriculum series. Apart from the picture book, the campaign includes Chaoshan cultural textbooks covering history, dialect, customs, literature, and folk art. It was created by a team and is led by Professors Chen Pingyuan. It was created to develop a regional curriculum that preserves Chaoshan culture. It was created in Chaoshan region, Guangdong province. It's published in 2019. Next, okay, we also made a sensory analysis. We can see the hand-painted illustrations showing local life, traditional jazz, village scenery, bridges, rivers, and so on. All of them can enhance visual connection to local heritage, fosters emotional attachment to Chaoshan culture. We can see thick child-safe board book format designed for small hands and interactive layout. It can encourage physical interaction, independent reading, and hands-on engagement with the story. Okay. As for how do we influence our work, firstly, it inspired our it inspired us to transform traditional cultural elements into child-friendly characters, making heritage more accessible. And the use of multimodal strategies like image, dialect, sound, and interaction. We also adopted similar approaches by embedding Yunnan dialect naturally in our story and including coloring activities to deepen children's engagement and cultural memory. It also provided valuable references for our visual style, narrative structure, and educational goals. So that's all. Next, my group member will continue.
Okay, let me tell you a bit about our group's creative project. It's a picture book we made for kids. And it's all about an ancient tradition from Yunnan mixed with language learning and a fun adventure story. So we started by thinking about the Yunnan dialect. Most people think of dialects as just local accents, but actually Yunnan's dialects come from ancient Chinese. Brought in by historical migration, we found that super fascinating and important to preserve. But how do you get kids to care about dialects? We thought, let's make it fun. We created a cute version of Cat and gave it a fun, friendly personality. We also introduced Cat a gender-neutral name so all kids can feel connected to the story. The story follows Cat and the story follows Dabao and their family on a trip to Yunnan. And Dabao discovers Cat on a rooftop, and later dreams of going on a magic adventure visit. In the dream, Dabao learns all kinds of Yunnan dialect words and even uses them in real life the next day. And we made the book easy to follow. All the dialect lines come with pinyin, and the harder sounds are in colorful pinyin. Since some dialects have sounds without corresponding Chinese characters, we select the characters that match the meaning of the dialect and then mark the correct pronunciation of the dialect with colored pinyin. The Cat and the locals speak in dialect, while Dabao and the narrator use Mandarin. It's like a mini bilingual word. Our whole team worked on this. We wrote the story, collaborated with an illustrator, and even used AI to polish the dialogue. It really was a mix of creativity, teamwork, and technology. In the end, this book isn't just about language. It's about culture, imagination, and childhood. The final free coloring section gives children the opportunity to freely exert their imagination and create their own Cat. We hope that through stories like this, more kids will discover the beauty of local dialects and feel proud of where they come from.
Okay, for implementation, we have conducted a small round of testing. We invited one primary school child, her parents, and our collaborator, local Cat workshop artist, to review the book. The feedback was very encouraging. The child was very interested in the image of Cat and was able to trigger active questions such as, why is Cat squatting on the roof? And what does the word mean? This shows the book's potential to raise curiosity about culture and language. Parent also mentioned that inserting the Yunnan dialect into the story in the form of pinyin was a fun and accessible way for children to learn the dialect. In addition, the artist also said that Allowing children to color the Talcat helps to pass on and innovate the Talcat culture. And moving forward, we plan to conduct broader testing in July at a local Talcat workshop, where children can engage with both the book and the traditional craft in an immersive cultural environment. This upcoming session will help us gather more diverse feedback and observe how children respond to the book when it is embedded in a real-world cultural context. And for the reflection, this project made us realize that it is crucial to balance cultural depth with the child readability in children's book. We are pleased to find that the acceptance of Yunnan dialect content was higher than we had originally anticipated. And this suggests that children's picture book has more possibilities to dialect education. And to improve our project, we are considering more direct illustration to enhance comprehension, as well as we want to add in some accompanying audio to help reader outside of Yunnan understand the dialect portions. And overall, the project has been a challenging and rewarding journey and has given us deeper understanding of how to design materials that are both culturally rich and appropriate for children's dialect learning. Okay, here is our reference list. Thank you for your listening.